Hi everybody, my name is Trevor Downham and I am one of the pastors at the Norwegian Settlers Church in Port Shepstone, South Africa. You would love our church. We have sought in our community to do church just a little bit differently, where we have sought to take church outside of the walls of this building into a community that has been devastated by HIV, AIDS, poverty, crime, and all the social ills that you could possibly imagine. One of our projects that I particularly am fond of is what we call the Music Academy. Now in Africa, despite all the pain and the sadness that exists around us, the African people are an incredibly musical nation. They just seem to have music in their bones. And we have taken this music idea and we have turned it into an opportunity for ministry to take place where we can communicate Christ in a relevant context to young people in our area. Recently, we opened a music academy where teenagers could come and children could come in the afternoons, get taught music, guitars, keyboards, playing drums, and singing in choirs and having their voices trained. And it's just the most remarkable ministry. We have found a great leader to lead this ministry. Her name is Lizanne. She was a teacher in a local high school here and has her own amazing personal ability and gift of music. She can sing beautifully. She can play almost every musical instrument. But above all that, she portrays all of the values that we hold dear. Her love for Jesus is huge, her love for the community, and her commitment to the kids who come through her music academy are just way beyond our wildest dreams. But I am looking for some support for Lizanne. She came away from a teaching position and is now on our staff, being sponsored by a number of people. But I need to raise more funds for her and for her music academy to really develop and to grow. So what I'm doing is I'm going to invite you to listen to her sing. It'll invite you to listen to one of her choirs sing. They did a musical presentation for us here at our church just recently. And ask if there is any way that you would be able to help us to support the Music Academy here in Port Shepstone. I know that your funding will be so well used that every cent will go into the most legitimate cause that you could possibly wish for. So as you watch, I trust that maybe God would say something to you and that you would find it in your heart to be able to support this amazing ministry. Our contact details are on the Genesis webpage, which you can find at the following address.
The shepherds are watching over the sheep one night when a guiding light shone from heaven and they followed that holy light, and then they found where my Savior Christ was born, and God sent down salvation on that blessed Christmas morn. Now go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and far away. Tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Now go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and far away. Tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Hi everyone, I'm Liz and I run the Music Academy at Genesis. My passion for music started at a very young age. My dad used to play the organ as a teenager, and I grew up thinking that the organ was the be-all and end-all of all instruments until I broke the stool in church and I realized that I need to focus on something else. So I started playing the drums until I broke that stool as well. And then I realized that I shouldn't concentrate on those instruments that require me to sit down. So I fell in love with the guitar. And since then, music has been something I'm extremely passionate about. And I honestly believe that it's one of the best catalysts for change in young people. My aim at the Music Academy is to keep the youngsters engaged in positive activities, something that keeps them away from the negative influences of the communities that they come from, the shop corners that they hang around. When they come to the Music Academy, music is not the only thing that we want to teach them. We want to educate our learners or our students about Christ, about living correctly, about setting goals and reaching goals. We encourage them to express themselves through music, through songwriting. Last year, a few kids walked into our Music Academy, and the amount of change that we've seen in some of the kids is remarkable. There's one child that comes to my mind. He comes from a family that's seriously broken. His parents have split up, and I remember meeting this guy, and he did not smile. He looked as though he just didn't have much joy in his life. And I noticed the biggest change in him when we were preparing for our music concert at the end of the year. He was up and about, helping the guys put up the guitars, put up the lighting, and he spent the entire week with us. And his mom actually came to us and said, you know what, she's seen the most remarkable change in this child's character. Nothing to do with the music, but it's got to do with the character of the child. And that's something that we really, really treasure as well at the Music Academy. In the presence of the Lord. The Music Academy has a very strong vision, and our vision is to draw as many people as we can to Christ through music. Also, we want to really showcase the talent that we've got in our surrounding area. It's amazing the amount of passion and the dreams the youngsters have. And if we can actually have the facilities to actually bring those dreams, to make them a reality, that's where we're heading. I mean, we really want to go as far as we can with this. There's no limit. I can't think of the limit.
Welcome, everybody.
We bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. We bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord.
Here we go. We bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. Yeah, we bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. We bring the sacrifice. We bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. Yeah, we bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. And we offer unto you the sacrifices of thanksgiving. And we offer unto you the sacrifices of joy. We bring the sacrifice. We bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. Yeah, we bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. And we offer unto you the sacrifices of thanksgiving. And we offer unto you the sacrifices of joy. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. When they crown him, Lord of all. Oh, when they crown him Lord of all. Oh, Lord, I want to be in that number. When they crown him Lord of all. We bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. Yeah, we bring the sacrifice of praise into the house of the Lord. And we offer unto you, yeah, the sacrifice of thanksgiving. And we offer unto you the sacrifices of joy.
We love to partner with you guys to help this ministry reach its full potential. And we look forward to many volunteers coming over and just helping us out with the kids, get to know them, get to know their backgrounds, and really see the talent that these kids have.